Hello, Shreya, am I audible?
Hello. Yes, ma'am. झालं.
Shraddha Kotekar is also there. Okay, we'll continue, okay? Till then, others will join. My screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shreya. So, today we will be moving forward with the topic of leadership and motivation concepts and theories. So, what is a leader? What is the primary responsibility of a leader? Any idea? Both of you?
No, ma'am.
See, leader means what? The person who will be managing the people below him, right? Getting the work done from them, directing these people if they face any problems or issues, motivating them, right? Then communicating with them. Then next what? If they are doing certain work, checking whether the work is with the required standard or quality, right? That is the work of a leader or the responsibility of a leader. We will see what is the definition here. As management itself consists in getting things done through others, therefore the human beings can be called most dynamic elements of management, and other factors of production remain just dormant. In an organization, direction means guiding, overseeing, or looking at these human beings. Guiding means what? If they face any problem or issue, I will be there as a leader to guide them. Next, overseeing means what? What they are doing. Are they doing it in the right way? Checking that and motivating them also to do good work. So directing the employees includes supervising the employees, leading the employees, motivating the employees, and communicating with the employees. Managers or supervisors at all levels act as leaders. See, the manager's responsibility comes under all these things which we discussed, right? So managers in turn are leaders in the organizations, because they have under them subordinates whose efforts to be organized and harmonized. Leadership is the process of directing and influencing task-related activities of group members. Leadership involves other people. Other people are also involved in it. That is the subordinates and the followers who will be following the leader, that is the manager. That is what following means, obeying his instructions, directions provided by him, right? Next is what? Leadership is the ability to persuade others to seek definite objectives enthusiastically. It is a human factor which binds a group together and motivates it towards goals. Means what? What the leader will do? It will help the people in the subordinates, the team members, motivate them and direct them to achieve the goals of the organization as a group together. In a sense, thus leadership must be defined in terms of totality of function by managers as individuals as a group. These leadership functions belong all to the manager C. So the totality, these are the functions of the manager. Leadership may be defined simply as influence, the art or the process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly towards the realization of common goals. Means what they are saying? Leadership is a way through which It will bring all the group members together. They will be guided, they will be motivated, proper communication will be there, their work will be supervised so that the organization main goals and objectives can be achieved. Just a minute. अरे बापरे, फॅन नाही व्हायला लागलं का आता? हां आता ठीक आहे, स्पीड जास्त वाटतं. हॅलो, हां शैला, विल कंटिन्यू. It's very hot today. I was just trying to start the fan. Okay, so what they are saying is that leadership may be defined simply as influence, the art or the process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly towards the realization of common goals. So the main motive or the purpose of the leader is that he should influence the people. Influence them by his views, by his attitudes, the way of doing the work, the process to be followed. Whatever things, good things he has, he will motivate, he will influence his team members. And that qualities will be brought about, will come up directly. People will try to gain these qualities and then they will be able to achieve the goals of the organization together. Thus, leadership process is interplay of three elements: leader, follower, and situation. See, how will the leadership process be there? First, there will be a leader who will have some opinions, influences, views. He will influence his team members. They will become his followers. And in any particular situation, these team members or the followers will approach the leader if they are not able to find a proper solution to that situation. Now we will see what are the characteristics of leadership. See, leadership is what? It is a people-oriented work. People are involved in it. So each leader will be different because he is a different person. His attitudes, opinions, way of thinking, way of working is different. So what they are saying, leadership is a personal quality. Leadership presupposes the existence of a group of followers. There will be no leadership without followers. See, Modi also, people are following, that's why he is becoming the leader, right? So we are the followers and he is the leader. If we don't follow him, he will not be able to become a leader. He will not get elected again, right? That is the leadership concept. If there are leaders, he should have the followers. If people don't follow that leader, he will not be able to be a successful leader. Leadership tries to influence the individuals to behave in a particular way, right? Behave in a particular means what? Leader influences. Influences means whatever his opinions, views, we see Raj Thackeray or Modi or anyone, they provide their opinions, views regarding what should be the economy, the country, India, what changes should be brought about, right, in various aspects, whatever it may be, in the education system or environment or whatever the finance related. See, so these changes to be brought about, it is not just that the leader only can bring about these changes. When people, followers come together, listen to that leader's influences, and then they themselves also bring about the change, and the leader also brings about the change in the country, then only these changes will happen. So what is the main motive of the leader is to influence the people. Influence means bring about the change, influence them, motivate them, show their attitudes, opinions, what changes can be brought about. Leadership arises out of functioning of a common goal. Why there is a requirement of leader? There is some goal that our country, India, should progress. It should become a developed country. That is the goal. That's why we need a leader like Modi or any other person, right? So that our progress is there and we as a country achieve the goals. Leadership is a continuous process of influencing behavior. See, once I influenced people and then I stopped, that will not work, because what will happen? People will get influenced only by that particular time and they will not continuously work for achieving that goal. So I as a leader have to influence the people, which is an ongoing process. Leadership is related to a particular situation at a given point of time under a specific set of circumstances. Thus, leadership style will be different under different circumstances. See, what happened? It hanged. The various situations or the circumstances in the company.
हॅलो मॅम.
Yes, Sheila.
हॅलो.
Oh, it got.
तुमचा आवाज म्यूट झालाय मॅडम.
Yeah, it automatically got on mute. It was on mute.
Oh,
automatically it went on mute. Okay, so I was saying, as a leader, various circumstances, as a manager in an organization, while doing the work, we will face various types of problems and situations, right? So in every situation or the circumstance we are facing, the solution will not be the same. So the way to approach, that is the leadership style, in every circumstance or the situation will be different, right? Okay, what is the difference between a leadership and management? Leader, what is his focus? Leading the people. Management is what? Getting the work done from the people, right? Leadership, how it brings? There is a leader, there is a follower. Manager, not a leader, follower. There is a superior and we have a subordinate in management. And leadership is also a part of management. Management is a big concept and leadership is a part of it. But management is a broader concept. Now, what should be the qualities of a leader? We got to know what is a leader, why it is required, how he influences the people to achieve the goals of the overall common goals. So, what qualities the leader should have? We will see that. Physical energy and stamina. See, if a person is not physically fit, he does not have the proper stamina, will he be able to influence the people in a proper way? No. Right? If he has some big issue with his physical health, he will not be able to influence people in a good manner, because he will have his own problems, his own health issues. Then how will he give proper time to influence these people and get the work done and other things? So physical energy and stamina are very important. Then intelligence. See, if he does not have also common sense, that is, intelligence here doesn't mean that very big intelligent person should become a leader. That's not. It's simple here. Intelligence means that he should have the common sense which every person has. That is the common sense, common logic, being practical at various situations. That is the intelligence they are expecting for the leader here.
Vision and foresight. Vision and foresight means what? What will happen in future? If I am planning, I am a I want to plan the finance of India. In the future, upcoming 10 years, what will be the situation? What the other world countries are looking? How they are planning their finance? My leadership should be such that I should have the knowledge of the future things. What things might happen in future? Foresight, that is. Vision and foresight means future things, what may happen, and on the basis of that I have to plan at the present only so that I make the country capable of dealing with the situations that may arise in future. Initiative. See, he should be a person who should always take the initiative of doing the work. If he is not taking the he himself does not take the initiative, will his followers take the initiative? No. So, the leader himself should be a person who should take the initiative of bringing about the changes. So he takes the initiative, the followers will immediately also take the initiative, and then the overall goal will be achieved. Self-confidence. See, confidence is very important. If he himself is not sure whether he will be able to do that particular work or complete the give best of his to in achieving the common goals, then his followers will not be that confident. And confidence is very important for success. See, overconfidence is not required and underconfidence is also not good. So a balanced confidence is very much good in achieving any task. Not just as a leader, as an individual also, a person should have sufficient amount of self-confidence. Self-confidence doesn't mean that I can do anything and I will only be the person who will do it good. That doesn't mean that. That is overconfidence. Self-confidence means that I have those abilities, I have the capacity to do, and I will give my best to achieve it. That is self-confidence. And I will be able to achieve it. Self-confidence also means that if anyone is doing better than me, what good things I can take from that person, what more qualities I can take, what more improvements can I bring about. Okay. Open-mindedness and flexibility. Open-mindedness means what? Some people just go in this way. They don't look what other people are doing or what other things are happening around them in the environment where they are living, or what their friends are doing, what their relatives are doing. Also, it may relate to in a company while I am working, my colleague is doing it in a good way. But what I think, why should I learn it from him? I will do it only my way. Even though his way is effective, I will not learn from him. I will also not see how he is doing it. So that is not open-mindedness. If he is doing it in a better way, I should talk with him. I should get with him. See what effective ways he is going to do it, and taking his ideas, what more effective ways what I can bring about in my work. Not just to copy what he is doing, but to see what innovation and ideas he is bringing about in his work, so that I also get up some ideas or innovations while doing my work, right? So that is open-mindedness and flexibility. See, it is given. He should be ready to absorb new ideas as may be demanded by the situation. Sense of responsibility. See, a leader or a manager in an organization should have that sense of responsibility. If he is irresponsible, then the work will not be done, and problems and hurdles and bottlenecks will always be there. He should always feel that I am responsible for the work. Even though my team member is not able to do that particular work, it is my responsibility to help him out, train him more to get that work done from him, right? So he should always feel that he is responsible for the work which he is doing. Human relationship. Leadership or being a leader in an organization or of a country or an institution, it's not just that you do your work and get out. You should have good relations with other people, good relations with the people with whom you are working, right? Your subordinates, your superiors, the people from the other departments with whom you require help of some work related. See, while you are working, it is not just that, there are some dependencies on the other department also while you are working, right? If I want the data or a particular, I'm doing some work and I require the data from the data team, so I have to have good relations with them, right? So that no hassle-free work will be done. So having good relations with the subordinates, the superiors, the people with whom you are working, other departments, is very important to become a good leader.
Should be there. You should have proper cooperation. Cooperation means what? See, if my team member is facing any issue and he is not able to tackle that issue, I as a manager should, when he approaches me, should check out what is his issue.
हॅलो मॅम, आवाज येतो?
आता आवाज येतोय? हां, ते ऑटोमॅटिकली बंद होते कधी कधी. हां, तो why he is facing that issue, I should cooperate with him, coordinate with him and help him to resolve that issue. Now leadership, there are various styles of leadership. What are the different styles of leadership? Leadership style based on use of authority. And next is continuum, managerial grade and systems by management. See, authority. Authority means what? The power. You have the power. What is that power? Power as a superior or a manager in the organization. This power is given by the organization itself to you. So that is authority. The screen is getting hanged, I think, right? Why it is not moving further? Here it is there. Here also it is, no, here it is stopped. Just a minute. Now it is fine. You are not able to see the screen again, right? That's it. What's the issue? Let's see. Okay, fine. That is leadership by authority. Authority means what? The power is given to you by the organization, the institution, or the country, right? So what they are saying? Autocratic or authoritarian leadership. An autocratic leader exercises complete control over the subordinates. Means what? What I say, you have to follow that. You don't need to give your opinion. Your advice is not required. You just, I give the order and you people obey, follow the directions and do the work. That is autocratic. He centralizes power in himself and takes all the decisions without consulting the subordinate. Means what? Whatever I am saying, you need to do that. Even if it is wrong, you will follow it. You don't need to give your opinion or any improvements which are required in the decision taken by me. That is autocratic. Also, it means what? You cannot, your opinions and improvements will not be taken into consideration, and you have to just follow the order what I say and the directions what I tell and do the work and complete it. He dominates, drives his group through coercion and command. Command means what? Order. Like see, in some countries, like there is dictatorialship, where people's advice is not taken into consideration. You have to just follow whatever the leader says. So that is coercion and command. He loves power and never delegates authority. Delegates authority means what?
In an organization, when I am working, if I am checking a particular task and there is some person who has sufficient experience and knowledge skill, I know. So what I will say, instead of me checking as a manager, you check it out once, and if you feel fine, you can sign it off or say it is okay. Because I know he has that knowledge, experience and skill, because he has a lot of experience in the team, and I know he is a good person. I have worked with him for 5 years and I have sufficient trust on him now. That is delegation of authority. But here he will not delegate his authority to anyone. He will say, I will only do the review, check the work, no one will do it. I only have that authority. I will never give my authority to anyone. So what are the advantages of this type of autocratic leadership style of people? Advantages and disadvantages. See, autocratic leadership style permits quick decision making. See, I am not consulting anyone, not taking anyone's opinion, not taking anyone's advice. So I can take quick decisions, right? It provides strong motivation and satisfaction to the leader who dictates the term. See, if I am an autocratic leader, I will always feel everyone needs to listen to me. Only my opinions and directions will be taken into consideration. So he feels that he is more valued, right? Less competent subordinates are needed at lower levels. This style may yield positive results when promptness is required. So only this is helpful when quick decision needs to be taken, then only this type of leadership style will be helpful. Otherwise it is not that helpful. See, it has many disadvantages. We will be seeing this. Autocratic style leads to frustration, low moral and conflict among the subordinates. See why? Low moral, why? The people working below him, what the people will feel? Our opinions are not taken into consideration, our advice, our improvements are not at all taken into consideration. So low moral, even we have some innovation ideas, that will not be taken into consideration. So work satisfaction will be low among the subordinates, right? Subordinates tend to shrink responsibility and initiative. So they feel our opinion, improvements are not taken into consideration. So what's the point in taking the initiative to do the work? We are not satisfied at all. Full potential of subordinates and their creative ideas are not utilized. See, opinions and advice is not taken, so how creative ideas will come into picture, right? Organizational continuity is threatened in the absence of a leader because the subordinate gets no opportunity for development. So the subordinate will not get any opportunity for development. So this will lead to attrition of the subordinate. He will not feel satisfied in that environment. Okay. So when this type of leadership style should be used? We are not taking the advice of the subordinates. Opinions also we are not taken into consideration. Any improvements also we are not taking into consideration. So when the subordinate is not knowledgeable or he does not have the skill, the subordinates are unskilled or they are not knowledgeable, then only we should not take their advice, right? If they are knowledgeable, if they have the skill, then we can take their advice. So here we are not taking the advice. So this leadership style should be used in where the subordinates are not knowledgeable, do not have any skill and knowledge. Next we have is democratic or participative leadership style. So what is this type of leadership style? There is a leader. He will also give some directions to the subordinates. But now the subordinates are given an opportunity to give their opinions on the decision made in the work they are doing. Any improvements, any innovative ideas will be taken into consideration if they are good. Clear? In the first case, in autocratic, we will not at all listen to what the subordinates say. Subordinates only have to listen to the leader. But here leader will listen, but when they are providing some good opinions regarding the work, some improvements in the work which can be done, some innovative, creative ideas which are good, then only these ideas will be taken into consideration. A consultative or democratic leader takes decision in consultation and participation with the subordinates. He decentralizes authority. Means what? He gives some power. He has the main power. So out of his power, he will give some little power to his subordinate who is knowledgeable, proper skill he has and experienced. And allows subordinates to share his power. The leader does what the group wants and the majority opinion says. He keeps the followers informed about the matters affecting them. A democratic leader provides freedom of thinking and expression. He provides leader for thinking and expression. Advantages. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this type of leadership style? Consultation, right? We are consulting the subordinates, taking their opinions, their improvements, their ideas. This is a good thing, right? The subordinates will feel valued, their moral will be good, right? And decision will not taken will also not be wrong, right? Sometimes what happens when just an individual is taking the decision, he is not taking anyone's advice, the decision may go wrong. So here there are less chances of the decision going wrong. The leader multiplies his abilities through contribution of followers. The quality of decision is improved, right? The decision will not go wrong. Labor absenteeism and labor turnover is reduced. So people feel valued, satisfied. So what will happen? They will enter, absenteeism will be low, and labor turnover means what? They will not leave early because there is proper work satisfaction and moral there. What are the disadvantages? Democratic style is time consuming and may result delay in decisions. See, we are taking the advice, opinion of the subordinate. So it may take time to take the decision, but some decisions should be taken quickly. So here it will not be that effective. So it will take time and decisions will get delayed. It may not yield positive results when subordinates prefer minimum interaction with the leader. So even the subordinates itself are not interacting with the leader. Will it help? They will not give any opinions, even though I tell them your opinions, improvements, ideas, innovations will be taken into consideration. They are not ready to interact with the leader. Whatever may be the reason, they fear him or they don't feel that comfortable with him to interact. So this leadership style will not be helpful or effective. Over a period of time, subordinates may develop the habit of expecting to be consulted. So every time they will have that habit, oh, this decision is going to be taken, our opinion will be taken. So that should not be the case. Consultation may be interpreted as a sign of incompetence of the leader to deal with problems. See, if for every problem the manager is going to the subordinates and asking for their opinions, improvements, any creative and innovative ideas, is that manager competent to take any decision? So the subordinates may say the manager is incompetent, right? So he does not have any knowledge, skill to take the decision, experience to take the decision. He is coming to us and every time and asking for opinions, improvements and ideas that whether this decision is right or not, any consultation. So is it good? No. Right? Again, the competency of the manager comes into picture due to this scenario. It may be used as a means of passing the buck to others and advocating responsibility. Passing the buck to others means what? See, in this style, the manager can say, I took the opinion of the subordinates and so the decision went wrong. So the manager can refrain from his responsibility in this particular style of leadership. It requires considerable communicating and persuasive skills on the part of leaders. See, proper communication should be there, then only it will be effective. See, but from the first, what we saw, autocratic leadership style, this is good, right? What do you feel, Shraddha and Shaila? Is this leadership style
Yes,
good or the first one which was good?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one is good? Tell me the name. Don't say just yes. First we saw the autocratic style, this is democratic style. So which do you feel that is good? Autocratic or democratic? Shraddha?
Democratic style.
Huh?
Democratic style.
Yes, Shraddha. Democratic is good than autocratic, because what in first one we are just commanding, giving orders, people will not feel good, right? They will feel that they will not feel valued, their moral will be down. In the second one we are taking their opinions also. If they are good, then only we are considering those opinions and improvements, and that here also we are giving them directions to do the work. See, they have said participative leadership is considered to be more effective than autocratic style, though there is no empirical proof for this. Next is free rein or laissez-faire leadership. What is this type of leadership? Now, here in the second one, the manager was just taking the consultation from the subordinates. But now what the manager is doing, he is giving his complete responsibility to a person, a team member. So it is rare in cases, but see, if manager is absent, he may assign a person who has that proper experience, knowledge, skill and domain in-depth knowledge of the process in which they are working. So you can check the work and handle the work when I am absent. So that is known as free rein leadership. Complete work of the manager will be done by the subordinate. So he is delegating his authority completely to one subordinate. That is free rein or fair leadership. Free rein leadership involves complete delegation of authority so that subordinate themselves take the decisions. The free rein leader avoids power and relinquishes the leadership position. It serves only as a contact to bring the information and resources needed by the subordinates. So what are its advantages and disadvantages? Positive effect and job satisfaction and moral of subordinates. Subordinates feel I am given that power, authority, so moral and job satisfaction is good. Maximum scope for development of subordinates. See, if he is handling the work what the manager is doing, he has in future the chance to become a manager, right? If he is completely handling the work of the manager, so the growth opportunity for the subordinate is good, right? Full utilization of potential of subordinates. So his potential gets utilized. Next is what are the disadvantages? Subordinates do not get the support and guidance of the leaders. Complete decision will be taken by the subordinates. So guidance will not be there any purpose. It ignores the leadership contribution, just as autocratic style ignores the contribution of subordinates. So what is the purpose of the leader? Why the leader is required? If the subordinate is going to do all the work, take all the decisions, then the requirement of the leader is what? Even if he is there, his contribution is not there much, right? He is not taking the decisions, he is not doing the work, he has delegated his authority, so its contribution is not there as such. Subordinates may move in different directions and may work at cross purposes which may degenerate into jobs. See, problems may also arise. It is not that he has delegated the authority to the subordinate means that the subordinate will take the right decision. He may take a wrong decision and problems may arise in the work. Free rein style may be appropriate when subordinates are well trained, highly knowledgeable, self-motivated and ready to assume the responsibility. If the subordinate does not have the knowledge, the skill and the experience, it is not good to use this style, because what will happen, the subordinate will take a wrong decision and again problems will come up. So when only this free rein style can be used, leadership style, when the subordinate are knowledgeable, experienced, have good knowledge, skills and they can take the responsibility. They are competent to take the responsibility. Now we saw based on authority. Now we will see what is the leadership style. Just 2 minutes, we will take some break now. 4:15. Is it fine, Sheila? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes ma'am.
We'll take a break. 5 minutes.
Yes ma'am.
Okay. Hello, Shala, we can continue. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is what we were seeing. We saw the leadership style. Just a minute. Democratic is of free reign we saw now. What is the leadership based on continuum? See, continuum means what? A boss-centric leadership, where there is a subordinate and there is a leader. Leader is there. Are you able to see my screen? Leader and subordinate.
No, ma'am.
You are not able to see the screen?
मुव्हिंग नाही होते मॅडम. म्हणजे ते कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ लिडरशिप आहे ना तिथेच अडकलाय.
See, when there is a leader and subordinate, the leader has more power, right? So as we move from the leader to the subordinate, the power goes on decreasing, right? And the freedom, when subordinate is there and a leader is there, as we move from the subordinate to the leader, the freedom also goes on decreasing from this side. So we will see what is this type of approach. What they are saying? Manager makes decisions and announces. It is extreme form of autocratic leadership whereby the boss takes the decisions and asks the subordinates to implement it. What we saw? Autocratic leadership, manager will take the decision and ask the subordinate to implement it. This is autocratic. Manager sells the decision. What is happening in this? In this style, the boss alone takes the decision and persuades the subordinate to accept it. Again, what? Autocratic style only. He is himself taking the decision and asking the subordinates to accept the decision what he has taken. Manager presents ideas and invites question. This is what democratic style, right? We saw he's asking for the opinion, improvement, any other creative ideas which could be there. This style involves greater involvement of subordinate. This is democratic style. The boss arrives at the decisions and asks subordinates to express the views on it. Manager presents tentative decisions subject to change. What they are saying? Hearing the boss takes a tentative decision and modifies it in the light of views expressed by the subordinates. Manager presents problems, gets suggestions and takes decision. In case the boss takes the decision after hearing the suggestions from the subordinates. The decision he will take after taking the advice of the subordinates. Manager defines the limits and asks the group to make the decision. He gives some authority to the other people in a group to make the decision. Under this style of leadership, the boss gives the freedom to the subordinates to take decisions subject to predetermined limits. Some limits he assigns, and within these only decisions you can take, and forms a group, and that group specifically takes that decision in other than the manager taking the decision. Some easy decisions or not that critical decisions can be delegated to the group. What they are saying now? The continuum approach to leadership provides a wide range of leadership behavior. See what we saw in the autocratic, there were 1, 2, 3. First was authority, second was, what was the second? Democratic, the third was free reign, right? So in the continuum, all these three approaches come under. The leader has various behaviors. All the three behaviors come under this approach, which we discussed previously. It identifies the behavioral alternatives available to the manager. He has various alternatives. He can be autocratic, he can be democratic, he can be free reign, right? So he has all the three alternatives available in this continuum approach, and highlights the dynamic ladder of leadership. It also suggests that the leadership style should be adapted to the requirements of the particular situation. See, we saw what were the particular situations. For autocratic, when we will have democratic is what? And do you recall free reign? In free reign, we are giving complete authority to the subordinates. In this case, the subordinate should have proper knowledge, experience, and skill in free reign. Then only we can give him the authority to take decisions, right? And in the first case, which was democratic, only the manager will take the decisions. In which this situation, the subordinates will not have that knowledge, skill, and the experience. Then only the manager will only take the decision, right? So autocratic style was there, where the subordinates are not that skilled, knowledgeable, and experienced, right? So these situations in the continuum, the manager has a particular situation. Whatever the situation arises, how are his subordinates? Accordingly, he will follow the leadership style in the continuum. Next is what? Leadership style in managerial grade. What they are saying? There is a grid. Grid means what? A box. Square box. We will see the leadership style in this square box, how they are impacting. The grid has two dimensions: concern of people, concern of production. Concern of people means what? We were taking into account the people's problems, their whatever the situations they are facing, the problems they are facing while doing the work. Concern of production means what? Concern of the work that we are doing. So what is our priority? The people or the work? So these are the grid that will show. Everyone has a different priorities. For a manager, there will be priority like let his problem go in vain. The work should be completed first, right? Another person may be like work is secondary. The person's problem or the whatever the situation he is facing, I need to face that. Otherwise, he will leave the organization. He will not feel valued, and again there will be a big problem. So there are various dimensions, right? So what should be our priority? The people, the person, or the work that we are doing. These two grades will be showing us. Concern of the people may include such elements such as provision of good working conditions. So what people think while working? The working condition should be good, the working environment should be good, people should behave in a good way with us, not toxic, right? Anyhow, like if I did something, a small mistake, anyone came and gave me bad words. So that should not be that environment. The place where I am working should be a good, means clean place, right? It should not be a dirty place. So these are the basic requirements what the people think while they are working, right? Placement of responsibility on the basis of trust rather than obedience, right? You should place the responsibility on the basis of trust. You should have some trust while giving that responsibility. Maintenance of self-esteem of workers. You should have that self-esteem, right? Self-esteem means what? You should behave properly. They also have some self-respect. Even though they are working for the organization, they also have some self-respect. You should behave in a good way with them, right? These are the priorities what the people think. And good interpersonal relations. Concern of production. What is concern of production? May include attitudes of a supervisor towards wide variety of things such as quality of staff services, work efficiency, volume, and quality of output. What is the quality of the output? If the work I am getting done, is it with the required quality or standard? And if I am in this a manufacturing organization, the volume or the number of units that I am producing, is it within adequate requirement of the day? That is the concern. Now what this grade shows? Style 1 means what? Low production, raw people. It is a lazy approach. What they are saying, you are neither focusing on the people. People means what? You are not providing good working conditions to the people. You are not respecting them, not providing them proper requirements. You are in a toxic work environment. Work conditions are also not good. And second way, your quality of work is also not good. So it is a lazy approach. This will not at all help, right? You're not getting the work done also. You're not providing the necessities to the people. Problems will be there in this style. Style next is what? 1-9. Low production, high people. But this is one-sided approach where it is focusing only on the people, not on the production or the work that is being done. So what will happen? People will feel good, but our main motive is what? The work that is done should be with the required quality and standard, right? People are feeling good at the work environment, they feel everything is nice, but the work is not with the required standards, quality, it will not help, right? So this is also just a one-sided approach. We are just focusing on the people. Next is what? High production, low people. Now we are only focusing on the work. People, we are not at all focusing. Means the work conditions are not good, the work environment is toxic, but the quality of the work we are getting. That is this style. And next is what? High production, high people. Now we are focusing on both, the people also and the work also. So the working conditions are good, the work culture is good, the work environment is good, also the work that we are getting done from the people is also with the required quality standards and everything is good. So this is a good approach, right? We are focusing both on the people as well as the work. And style 5-5, what they are saying? Medium production, medium people. We are focusing again on both people and the work, but there is a balance. Half part we are focusing on the people, half part we will be focusing on the work. So this is also a good approach. Here they are maintaining a balance. Now we will see Linkert's system of management. Till you are clear, shall I read out? Simple concepts, right? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I, Shraddha, any doubt up till now?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Shraddha, you were saying anything? Something? Hello? Shraddha?
Yes, ma'am?
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Up till now? Okay, okay, fine. We'll move further then. This is what? Next is Linkert's system of management. So there are, what Linkert suggested is that there are 4 systems. System 1 was exploitative autocratic. System 2 is benevolent autocratic. System 3 is consultative, and system 4 is democratic. So what this Linkert did is that he conducted a survey or a sample, right? So he conducted a survey and a sample where he found out certain things. So these 4 things were the main aspects of that. So what is saying? Rensis Linkert and his associates of the University of Michigan, USA conducted an extensive survey of management style and patterns in large number of organizations. They conducted a survey. And what they found? Linkert developed a continuum of 4 systems of management. So he found certain things and he developed a system which was 4 systems of management. Sorry. So what is? These stages indicate the stages of evaluation in the patterns of management in the organization. So how the management pattern evolved in the organization, these are these stages. So what is the system 1? Exploitative autocratic. The managers under this system made all the work related decisions and ordered their subordinates to carry out the decision. What we saw in the autocratic, same it is. What we saw, the manager himself will take the decisions. He will not ask for any opinions, advice, consultation, improvements, any innovations, creative ideas. He will himself take the decision and subordinates will follow that decision. This will work. Next is what? Benevolent autocratic. Here what they are saying? Managers are also autocratic, but they are not exploitative. They adopt a patternistic approach towards the subordinates. They allow some freedom to the subordinates to carry out their tasks within the prescribed limit. Here, a little freedom is given, but not related to opinion or advice. It could be related to delegation of authority, not opinion or advice. In democratic only we will have the opinion, advice, improvement, creative ideas, innovation. You are just giving some a bit freedom that you can do this, you have a limit, like that. Not much. They allow some freedom to the subordinates to carry out their task within the prescribed limits. The managers adopt patronizing attitudes towards the obedient and faithful subordinates. They are rewarded for accomplishment of goals, but the subordinates who do not do their task are treated harshly. See, here means what? If I don't do the work required, I will be treated harshly. So, not that good environment again. Thus, carrot and stick approach to motivation is adopted under this system. Next, what they are saying, consultative. What we saw? Consultative, now they will take the advice, the opinions, the improvements, the innovative ideas. Managers under this system set goals, issue orders after discussing them with the subordinates. They are taking the opinions of the subordinates, their improvements, their suggestions, their innovative ideas, their creative ideas, whatever they feel. They take major decisions themselves and allow subordinates take routine decisions. See, major means what? Critical decisions the managers will take. And routine means every time you know this is going to happen this way and we are going to take this action. We know it is a routine because it is a frequent situation which is arising, and the subordinate knows what to do in that situation, because every time we are doing that only, but we are taking that particular action only in that particular situation. So the subordinate knows what the action to be taken. It is not a new situation where the subordinate has to apply any skill or knowledge as a manager. So in the routine or frequent situations which arise while doing the work, the subordinate knows what action to be taken, and that actions can be taken by the subordinates. But in critical decisions, that decisions will be taken only by the managers. Next is democratic. Under this system, goals are set and work-related decisions are taken by the subordinates. Shraddha left. Okay. So, under this system, goals are set and work-related decisions are taken by the subordinates. Supervision and control are group-oriented. Managers are friendly and supportive in their attitude towards the subordinates. Subordinates are permitted self-appraisal on the basis of mutually set goals. In addition to the economic rewards, subordinates are given a sense of purpose and feeling of worth. The communication system is completely open. Linkard suggested that the system 4 is the ideal system towards which organization should work. See, what is happening? The manager is friendly, supportive, the subordinates' opinion is also taken into consideration, and they also take some decisions. So this is a good work environment where everything is feeling fine. Subordinates are feeling valued, their decisions are taken into consideration, they are feeling satisfied. Manager is also happy, right? So this is a win-win situation. So what Linkard is saying is that the system 4 should be implemented while working. Next is what? Contingency or situational approach to leadership. Contingency means what? Uncertainty. Contingent means what? Uncertain. We are not sure, or there is no surety about that particular thing. Like, see, if I have a case in court, so whether I have any surety that whether I will win or I will lose, right? It is a future predefined event which may or may not happen. Either I may win or I may lose. I don't know. Seeing the present situation, I may win also, but what knows? The court may take any different decision if certain other evidences come up, right? So there is, I'm not sure whether I will win the case or I will lose the case. It is uncertain to me. So that is contingency. It is clear from the foregoing description that leadership is a product of many forces that act and interact simultaneously. Every manager must achieve some degree of integration of these varying and complex forces. Otherwise, a void in his leadership may arise. An integrated model of leadership has been proposed by George Terry. Leadership consists of 4 main variables. What are these 4 main variables of leadership? The leader, the follower, the organization, and the environment. So first the leader should be there. There should be someone who will follow this leader in the organization, and the environment there should be good. So we'll see in detail what. Leaders' personal values, deep beliefs and conventions shape the perceptions and behavior. See, we saw whatever qualities they required as a leader. So these qualities should be there in the leader, followers. The followers should follow the leader, right? That should be there. The organization. See, nature and type of organization will determine which type of leadership style the leader should use, right? We saw various three types in which whatever situation, what leadership style the leader should use. So, also the organization structure and how the people are there in the organization, that only will decide which leadership style the leader should use. Next is what? The environment. Environment should also be good, right? Harmony should be there, work culture should be good, people should respect each other, people should cooperate, coordinate with each other. There should not be any toxic environment, right? There should not humiliate anyone there, right? Humiliate or abuse anyone. There should be no harassment, right? So these are the things, proper work culture, proper work environment should be there. Now what they are saying? Servant leadership. What is the servant leadership? Well, servant leadership is a timeless concept with strong citation in the Vedanic speech of Swami Vivekananda during the late years of 19th century. The phrase servant leadership was coined by Robert K. Greencliffe in The Servant as a Leader, an essay that he published in 1970. What he said? The servant leader is a servant first. See, even though I am a leader I am a manager in an organization, leader of the country, any financial institution, I am a servant first. Means what? I should be, when I am a leader, it's not just that I will give orders, command. I am also a servant. Means what? I am also serving that organization. I also have some responsibilities, some values, etiquettes I should follow while working as a leader, right? So I am also a servant. It begins with the natural feeling that one wants to serve first. See, if I want to direct people to serve the organization, I should also serve, right? Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead. That person is sharply different from one who is leader first, perhaps because of the need to assume an unusual power, drive, or to acquire material possessions. The leader first and the servant first are two extreme types. So I should be a leader first, I should also be a servant first. So these are two extreme scenarios. Between them, there are shading and blends that are the part of the infinity variety of human nature. A servant leader focuses primarily on the growth and the well-being of the people. See, a servant leader means what? I am a leader, I am influencing people, I am also a servant. I am also serving the organization. So, I will also focus on the growth and the well-being of the people with whom I am working, right? And the communities to which they belong. While traditional leadership generally involves the accumulation and exercise of power by one of the top of the pyramid, servant leadership is different. The servant leader shares power but the needs of others first and helps people develop and perform as highly as possible. Servant leader, what he is doing? There is a difference between a leader and a servant leader. Servant leader is helping the people to grow. Their well-being also he is helping. So he is also serving these organizations. Principles of servant leadership. What are the principles of a servant leader? Encourage diversity of thought. Diversity of thought means what? I should take into account the opinions, the advice, opinions of the subordinates and other different people with whom I am working. Create a culture of trust. People should trust one another. That should be a culture of trust. Have an unselfish mindset. Unselfish mindset means I should not be selfish. I should not just think about myself. I am a leader, how I will benefit. I should think also about the people with whom I am working, their growth, their well-being, right? foster leadership in others. I should what leadership qualities I am having. I should foster these qualities among my subordinates, because after I retire or leave my work, so these qualities will be brought about in the subordinates, and one of the subordinates will become a leader. Therefore, the following aspects of servant leadership can be made given in the present day. These aspects may further raise some eternal questions that prevail across the manager's fraternity. Qualities of a servant leader. See what we saw. Leader also has the qualities what we saw. So what is the difference? The qualities which we require in a leader, we saw previously: intelligence, whatever, proper open-mindedness, flexibility, right? So these should be there in the servant leader. And what other qualities should be there in the servant leader? He should think about the growth and the well-being of the people with whom he is working. Effect of such leadership on work performance. So what effect will the servant leadership bring about in the performance of the work? It will bring about a big effect. Servant leadership has a great effect on how the work is done in any organization and how the entire work culture of the organization operates. It is quite different from other styles of leadership. So it has a great effect on the organization. Effect on the overall life of an employee. The overall life of the employees is also affected through servant leadership. See, life also is affected of the employee through servant leadership. The way he or she looks towards other aspects of the life would change when he or she works under a servant leader. See, if I am working under a servant leader, my growth, my well-being is taken into account by the servant leader. So I will feel valued, motivated, satisfied to do the work. So the overall life of the employee will completely change. If most of the leaders in the corporate world had been servant leaders, the business world would not have faced the current epidemic of corporate stress. So what they are saying? If we are working as a servant leader, that is the difference between a leader and servant leader. We saw I am as a leader focusing on the growth, well-being of the people with whom I am working, then these problems in the corporate will not arise much. Next is leadership effectiveness. So what things as a leader I should do so that my leadership which I am exercising on my subordinate is effective, is good. There are at least three major views of determinants of leadership effectiveness. What is the first view? See, what leaders do, how do they behave? This is the behavioral approach. Next is personal qualities or traits of the individual who assume the load of leadership. And leadership is a function of interaction among the least three variables: the leader, the group, and the follower. See, if I want a effective leadership, I should follow these three things. What three things? First thing is what? My behavior as a leader. Why did I leave the meeting? Oh God. Again, I need to start. Hello, shall I am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Automatically I left, means automatically it showed popped out that you have left the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So we will continue now. So what we will
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
leadership. So for an effective leadership, I should follow the three things. First one is what? My behavioral approach. Behavioral approach, I should behave in a good way. I should have good personal traits or qualities while dealing with people. Second is what? How will my effectiveness be derived? What I do and what I do, what as a leader I do, means what decisions I take, how I understand the problems, how I cooperate with the people, how I effectively communicate with them, how I motivate them, how I guide them, how I supervise them, how I review their work. That is how I behave, right? And the third thing is what? Leadership will move around the leader, the group of follower and the particular situation. So it will move around these three things: followers, leader and the situation in which the leader is helping the followers to resolve their issues or problems. So what we are seeing? So these three things are required for the effective leadership. On a careful examination of the above discussed three views on the determinants of leadership effectiveness, following observations can be made. What are the observations? Effective leadership requires certain basic qualities among persons who assume the role of leaders. See, qualities as a leader, we saw intelligence, emotional, proper behavior, proper open-mindedness, then proper relations with people, proper communications, right? So, these certain qualities are required for effective leadership. These are necessary, right? Second is what? There is no ideal leadership style or behavior generally applicable to all situations. See, every situation will be different. So, each style, leadership style, what we saw in each situation will be different, right? So, each leadership style will be used in different situations. Leadership effectiveness can be secured or enhanced by tailoring the style of the demands of each situation. According to the situation, we will use the leadership style what we saw. The important situational factors which exert considerable influence on leadership effectiveness are task complexities. What work we are doing, how complex it is. What is the, with the subordinates with whom I am working, what skill, what knowledge, what experience do they have? What are my and their relations? How are our relations while working with work? And what is the position of the leader? Now we will see measures for developing leadership ability of manager. What organization should do so that the leadership ability in the manager grows and he takes the decisions properly, he properly supervises the teammates, subordinates, communicates with them, motivates with them, properly reviews their work, and he is functioning properly as a manager, as a leader. So what trainings or what qualities the organization should help that manager to build in within him? So for this, what the organization may do? Leadership training. He will provide training to the managers. Training programs are offered to expose managers to several leadership situations and teach them how to tackle them. So they may provide training programs to the managers so that they will tackle with the different situations. They may grow more as a leader. They may gain more qualities which are required as a leader or as a manager. The situations are partly stimulated and partly real. Partly stimulated means what we can say, assumistic. We are assuming that this will happen. It has not happened, but stimulistic means what it is? assume that this thing happened, and on basis of this particular situation which has not actually happened, but we are assuming that it has happened, what decision or what action you will take, and some real life situations will be taken into consideration. The trainers create the situation wherein the managers undergoing the leadership training are provided opportunities to diagnose problems. Means what? The trainers create different situations, and in these situations the ability of the managers is checked, what actions they will take, what decisions they will take. Leadership training gives insights and experiences to the managers on appropriate attitudes and behavior they have to adopt in tackling diverse situations. So what does leadership helps? In various situations, what attitude should be while handling that situation or while tackling that situation, and how you will come to the solution to that particular situation. That is known as training. So these trainings are very important while helping the managers, right? Next is what? Internal organization exposure. How we will develop the leadership ability of the manager is with internal organization exposure. Managers may be put in charge of communities assigned with the task or project implementation, coordination and control. See, if we want to achieve a particular thing in the organization only we will form a committee, and we will ask 3-4 managers to head that committee. So that particular situation, what actions they will take and what how they will tackle that situation, what will be their attitude to tackle that situation, this will help them gaining that exposure, right? Autonomy and accountability. Managers may be able to sharpen the leadership abilities under the conditions of relative freedom. They should be allowed a large amount of freedom to evolve their own methods of tackling situations calling for critical leadership ability. So it's not just that they should also think in their own way, what action I should take in this particular situation, and as and when they will handle various situations, that ability will get developed in them as a manager, right? Handling just 2, 3, 4 situations will not get that ability in them developed. Handling lots of situations will help them develop that attitude and the ability to tackle these situations. So how will they get that ability? We should give the managers that responsibility to take the decision in that particular situation, right? But then only they will face the situations and that ability will get developed in them, right? Own methods of tackling situations calling for critical leadership abilities. At the same time, they should be provided with the required organizational support in the form of authority, status, top management support and so on. So people should support them, people should cooperate with them, and then they will surely gain that ability to tackle the various situations. Opportunities for interaction. Managers should also have opportunities to interact with their subordinates in more intense and continuous manner. This is partly a matter of availability of time. Many managers get themselves so extremely busy with their own work that they find little time to talk or listen to their subordinates, to guide them, to understand their viewpoints and to support and develop. You see, for effective leadership, I should have constant interaction with my subordinates, what they are feeling, what improvements, what are their opinions, what problems they are facing. So that only will help the team to grow and to do the work without hurdles. If I am interacting very little or not at all interacting with my subordinates, then it will create a problem, right? They will not openly discuss the issues they are facing, right? And I will not be able to help them. So in turn, the goal as a team will not be achieved. Clear up till now, Sheila? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is motivation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. Oh God. Okay, we'll be moving further. Just a minute. Okay, motivation. See, when I am working as a manager, if my team members and I am not motivated to do the work properly, will that work be done in an effective way or with good required quality or proper improvements in the work effectiveness? Will it come into place? No, right? So motivation is an important factor in the leadership, right? So we will be seeing what are the leadership styles of motivation. So the term motivation has been derived from the word motive. Motive means what is your intention? Motive means the urge to do something. Urge means the desire, the inner feeling, how much you have to complete the work, to take the responsibility, to take the accountability of the work, how if with good quality the work you are doing, you are bringing some improvements in the work, you are building some efficient models in the work. So that is the urge or the desire to do the work in a good way. Motivation may be defined as the process of inducing or inspiring people to take the desired course of action. Desired course of action means what? Some initiatives that will help in their personal growth, in their growth as in the organization. That is the desired course of action. According to Stephen Robbins, motivation is the willingness to exert high level of effort towards organizational goals conditioned by the effort's ability to satisfy some individual needs. Motivation means what he is saying is it is the urge, the desire that you are taking lot of efforts so that the work that you are doing is effective, productive, good with the required quality. You are bringing about some improvements in that work. That is motivation. Why you will be doing this? To satisfy your needs. So to get the money, to grow in the organization, to earn more, to get more hike, to get more bonus, to get promoted, right? That are the individual needs. The process of motivation begins with the awareness of need, right? Need should be there, then the person gets motivated. If there is no need, the person will not get much motivated, right, to do the work. Need makes the person motivated. Need means the desire to get something. If I want to buy a car, that is my need, right? So I will be motivated to work more, to gain more salary, to work more, get more income sources, so that I can gather the money to complete my need of buying the car, right? That is how the motivation works. Feeling of an unsatisfied need causes tension. When your need is not satisfied, what you want to achieve, you are not able to achieve, then you feel stressed in a way of tension. A person takes some actions to satisfy his need. See, he takes some actions. He takes into account some actions to satisfy his need, to fulfill his need. If the action succeeds to satisfy the need, that is, if the actions that I am taking, after taking these actions, the need gets fulfilled, that is, my need is achieved, I am able to achieve my need, the person feels motivated, right? I want to buy a car, I took some actions, I worked in the organization also, I worked created 3-4 sources of income, and I gathered the money and I bought the car. Now I will feel more motivated. Again a new need comes, I will work harder, achieve the money and complete that need. So that is the feeling of satisfiedness. What I got satisfied, I could buy the car. Now if I am satisfied, again I will work hard. Then if I am satisfied, I will get more motivated, right? I took the actions, I could fulfill my needs, so I will get more motivated to fulfill all more my needs, right? In case the action fails, see, if I am not able to accumulate that money required to buy the car, my action has failed. I could not execute the action to complete my need of buying the car. What will happen? The person takes different action. I will take some different actions. I could not gather money through these sources. I will try some other sources to accumulate the money to buy the car, right? When the present need is satisfied, a new need arises and the process is repeated. See, even if my need to buy the car is completed or satisfied, again some another need will come up and this process will go on and on. Again, to achieve that need, I will work harder with motivation. If I complete that need, again I will have some other need. So it is an ongoing process. Needs are ongoing and the process to achieve that need is also ongoing, and the actions I need to take that are also ongoing to satisfy that need. Sales motivation involves interaction with needs and incentives. So where is motivation revolving around? Motivation revolves around the concept of there is a need, I need to take some actions to achieve that need. If I am able to achieve that need, these are my incentives. Incentives are the benefits that I got by taking the action. That I could buy the car. That was my incentive, and the need was my car. Incentives are the inducements which are used to motivate people. To buy a car, that will motivate me. I want a car, so that will motivate me. An incentive has motivational power because it helps to satisfy some need. Several financial and non-financial incentives are used to motivate people. See, incentives could be financial and non-financial. Non-financial means what? Not in cash, that is, it could be kind. Kind means what? Whatever material you want to buy. See, car is not a cash incentive, it is a kind incentive. So cash could be, money is a financial incentive. So that to achieve both, I have to do the same process. It could be financial or non-financial. On the basis of above description, the following characteristics of motivation can be reconnection successful. Okay, no. Reconnection successful. Okay, no. It is getting reconnected. That's the issue. You lost your network. Just a minute. Oh God.
काय झालं मॅम?
Network was lost. Again it came? Okay, fine. It was showing you lost your network. So, it is based on human needs which generate within an individual. Needs are feelings in the mind of the person that he lacks certain things. Lacks means what? He does not have certain things which he wants. Such feelings influence the behavior and the activities of the individual. Their behavior and their activities get influenced. Motivation is total, not piecemeal. See, it is not that piecemeal. If I work, if I want to achieve, get a car, I need some amount, and I could accumulate only some part of it. So my need is not satisfied, right? So it could not be in pieces. It is a total concept. A person cannot be motivated in parts. An employee is an indivisible unit and his needs are interrelated. He cannot be motivated by fulfilling some of his needs partly. Only some needs fulfilled, he will not get motivated, right? So it's not in pieces, it is not a part concept. It is a total concept, motivation. Motivation is a continuous process. See, there is a need, I am taking actions to achieve that need, and my actions get the results, I could fulfill my need. Again I have another need will come up. Again I will take actions to achieve that need, I achieve that need. my need is satisfied, I will again be motivated and another need will come out. So it is a continuous process. It is not just that I have one need, I took the action, it got satisfied, now over. I will not take any actions for another need and the process stopped. It is not that way. So motivation is a continuous or ongoing process. It is not a time-bound program or a touch and go affair. Human needs are infinite. Why it is a continuous process? The reason is that human needs are infinite. We have lot of needs. Even if some needs get fulfilled, we are still not satisfied. It is our psychology, right? So even if some of our needs get satisfied and new needs come up, because humans have infinite need and we don't get satisfied. So again, motivation is an ongoing process to achieve that need, because human needs are infinite. As soon as one need is satisfied, new one arises. In the words of MacGregor, man is a wanting animal. As soon as one of his needs is satisfied, other need comes in place, right? Human needs are unlimited, infinite. This process is unending. Satisfaction of one need gives feeling of another and the process continues. Motivation causes goal-directed behavior. See, motivation is always a goal-directed behavior. If I have some goal to achieve something, then only I will be motivated to achieve that goal. So I will take actions to achieve that goal. So they are saying motivation is a goal-oriented behavior. A person behaves in such a way that he can satisfy his goals or needs. A person will work so long as he feels his actions are fulfilling his strong felt needs. He will behave as long as his actions are in way in which his needs are achieved. He will not pursue the activity and will lose interest in his work if he feels that it is not satisfying his needs. See, if I have a need and I took actions to achieve that need, but I could not complete my desire and my need was not fulfilled, my actions did not work out, I could not achieve my need. So I will feel demotivated, I will feel with low moral, right? So that is what they are saying. Motivation may be financial, non-financial. It is not always that money is the purpose of motivation. Other non-financial needs could also be the reason for motivation. The form of motivation depends upon the types of needs. Financial incentives include pay, allowances, bonus and pursuits. Non-financial means what? Growth. I want to get promoted. It is not related to my finance, but I want to get an award, recognition. That is non-financial. Non-financial incentives consist of recognition of praise, responsibility, participating in the decision making and the challenging job. So motivation could be financial as well as non-financial. Motivation is a complex process. There is no universal theory or approach to motivation. Moreover, individuals differ in what motivates them. See, every person is different. So, for me, if the motivation is car, for someone else it could be house, for someone else it could be different. And for me, if it is financial, for someone it could be non-financial. Therefore, a manager has to analyze and understand a variety of needs and has to use a variety of rewards to satisfy them. He should not expect overnight results. Overnight results he should not expect. That I motivated him and within one day he will get the work done, or he will get promoted, or he will get an award. There is not that case. And importance of motivation. We will see why motivation is important. So when we are working in a team, the leader or the manager has a responsibility to motivate his subordinates. Why? What is the need? Why it is important to motivate? So we will be looking that. Because why? Motivation is one of the factor which leads to efficiency and effectiveness in the work. Efficiency means what? Work gets improved. The quality of work is improved, right? There are improvements, creative ideas, innovations which take place. That's why motivation is important, and the leader should motivate his subordinates. All organization facilities will remain useless unless people are motivated to utilize these facilities in a productive manner. Motivation is an integral part of management process, and every manager must motivate his subordinate to create in them the will to work. High motivation provides the following advantages. What advantages high motivation provides? Higher efficiency. Motivation is an effective instrument in the hands of management to maximize efficiency or operations. A worker may be very competent, but no activity can take place until the individual is willing to perform that activity. The worker may have good knowledge, skill, experience, but if he is not having that desire or the inner feeling that I am responsible for the work, I should do the work in a good manner with the required quality, everything is useless. Even if he has that knowledge, the skill, the experience, is he performing? No. With the required standard? No. So everything will be useless, right? What employees do depends largely on how much and why they want to do. Motivated employees give greater performance than demotivated employees. So motivation is very important. Why? Because when a person or an employee in the team is motivated, he will give better performance. He will perform the work in a better manner than a person who is less motivated. Fine? Optimum utilization of resources. Optimum utilization of resources means what? We have certain resources while we are working. So, optimum means efficient utilization of these resources. Motivation inspires employees to make best possible use of different factors of production. They work wholeheartedly to apply their abilities and potential in minimizing waste and cost. The enterprise can make maximum use of its physical and financial resources. Next is what? Reduction in labor turnover. Labor turnover means what? Absenteeism, leaving the organization, joining another organization. So that is labor turnover. If I motivate my people, they will do good. Ultimately their performance will be good. They will get good hike bonus. They will get promoted. Why? They will leave the organization. They will not leave the organization, right? So the labor turnover will be less. High motivation leads to job satisfaction of workers. Opportunities for need satisfaction make employees loyal and committed to the organization. As a result, labor absenteeism and turnover are low. Better industrial relations. See, when motivation is there, efficiency, productivity will be there. What will happen is they will get good hike, they will get good bonus, and then their relations between them will also be good. Motivational schemes create integration of individual interests with organizational object. If they get good hike, good bonus, they are getting good wages, right? So again they will get motivated and their need will get fulfilled, right? Whatever personal needs they have, they will get fulfilled. So they will feel again satisfied and then they will achieve the organization goals, right? There arises a belonging, mutual cooperation at all levels. Motivation will foster team spirit among workers. This will reduce labor unrest and create better relations between management and workers. Easier selection. An enterprise that offers abundant financial and non-financial incentives enjoys reputation in the labor market. Therefore, it is easy to attract competent persons for filling various vacancies. What they are saying? easier selection. When the enterprise is providing financial benefits, that is good wages, good hikes, good bonus, non-financial incentives also, like they are rewarding the people when they are doing good work, they are giving promotions also when they are doing good work. What is happening? People get attracted towards that organization. People will not leave that organization, right? Competent people will stay in that organization. Facilitates change. High motivation helps to reduce resistance to change. Resistance to change means what? Unwillingness to change, to adopt a particular thing or a technology. An organization has to incorporate changes to cooperate with the environmental changes. Properly motivated employees accept, introduce and implement the changes, keeping the organization effective. What they are saying? If there are particular people are motivated, so will they be resistant to change? Resistant to change means what? Unwilling to change or unwilling to adapt to the new technology? No. They are motivated, so they will accept all the changes that the organization is incorporating, whether it could be technological changes, right? So this helps the organization in a good way, because the organization keeps on constantly evolving. So theories of motivation. So what are the theories of motivation? There are various theories of motivation. We will today see only one theory, Maslow's theory, okay? So what is Maslow's theory? Human being have some needs, right? Maslow's theory is what motivates human being? The desire to fulfill the need will motivate the individual. That is seen by Maslow's theory. So needs are of various types, right? Various needs are there. We have psychological needs, then we have security needs, then we have social needs, esteem needs and self-actualization needs. We saw what is motivating an individual. The desire to fulfill a need will motivate the individual. But needs are of various types, right? Psychological needs are there, security needs are there, social, esteem and self-actualization needs. So we will see in detail what are these needs and what will be the priority of an individual while fulfilling these needs. Like which need I will fulfill first, which need I will get motivated more than a particular need, right, to fulfill. So what they are saying is that, see, they have given it simple. The urge to fulfill the need is the primary factor of motivation of people at work. Why I am motivated? I have a need. I have the urge to fulfill that need. So there are needs of various types. We will see. Human needs form a particular structure or hierarchy. Structure or hierarchy means what? Which need is more important, which need is less important. That only the hierarchy will help in deciding which need is more in the priority than a particular need. Like a luxury need is less priority than a day-to-day required need, right? So psychological needs are at the base of the hierarchy. Psychological needs are at the base, means they are very important to be fulfilled. While fulfilling these needs, I should first fulfill my psychological needs. Then which needs I should fulfill? Self-actualization needs are at the apex. Means self-actualization needs are the least important to me while I am motivated. Then what? Safety, security needs, social needs and esteem needs are positioned in between. These are medium important to me or medium priority while fulfilling. As one proceeds from base towards apex, need becomes less essential. Less essential means less important. The which are at the bottom are more important And as we go up, their essentiality or their importance to be fulfilled decreases. Lower level needs must at least partially be satisfied before higher level needs emerge. See, we should first fulfill which are more important needs, right, than which are less important. So lower level needs, that is the psychological needs, should be first be given priority while fulfilling. As soon as one need is satisfied, another need emerges. We saw this. The process of need satisfaction continues from birth to death. Man is a wanting animal. A satisfied need is a motivator. Once I take the action, my need is satisfied. Again, I feel motivated to fulfill the next need. Various needs levels are interdependent and overlapping. Now we will see in detail the various in-depth, what are these psychological needs, what are safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Psychological needs. So what they are saying, psychological needs are the needs required to preserve human life. Means what? Food. We require shelter, that is a house we will require, basic necessities. Water we will require, right? So these are the basic necessities of the human. These are psychological needs. So what they are calling, they are saying these are survival needs or the basic necessities of the human. These include needs for food, drink, sleep, etc. So these should be satisfied first, right? These are our basic needs. So we should satisfy these needs first. So psychological needs should be satisfied first. Next is what? Safety needs. What they are saying? Safety means what? Protection. It could be physical dangers. If I have a bike, I have to wear a helmet. That is a psychological. That is a safety need. Sorry. So safety need comes after the psychological need. Safety needs are thus concerned with protection from danger, deprivation, and threat. These needs are finite, but they may serve as motivators in case of arbitrary and unpredictable management action. See, insurance plans, these things are safety needs. Term insurance, life insurance, health insurance, pension scheme. For my future safety, that are safety needs. Next is what? Social needs. Just a minute. What they are saying, social needs are a need for belonging. Belonging means what? The love, the affection that we are giving. That is a sense of belonging towards our loved ones, right? So these are social needs. So these are social needs that we need to fulfill. Next is esteem needs. Esteem means what? My self-esteem. In the society. What are the self-esteem needs? If my neighbor's child goes in a CBSE school, if I put my child in a SSA school, that will be a self-esteem issue with my neighbor, right? So these are self-esteem needs. So I will also have a need that my child should also go to a CBSE school. So that is a type of self-esteem or esteem needs. Reputation, status, recognition. Right? Next up, self-actualization. What is self-actualization? See, these are the needs of realizing one's full potential. Like I want to go to a gym, or I have some therapy session, or anything, yoga, meditation. These are self-actualization needs that lead to self-development. Or I am going for a class of guitar, harmonium. So it is investment in myself only for my own. If I am learning mehendi, rangoli, that is self-actualization needs. So how is the chart here? First we will fulfill psychological needs, that is basic necessities, food, shelter, water, whatever it may be, basic requirements. Then we will go to safety, security, that is term insurance, life insurance, health insurance, pension scheme, anything that gives me safety and security. Next is social needs, that give me an love, affection, right? Then esteem needs. Esteem means what? Status, recognition, car. It could be going to a particular school, right? Buying a particular type of house, school, right? Car. Then is self-actualization needs. Self for my own growth potential, my own benefit, my own growth, learning a particular skill. That is self-actualization needs. This is the hierarchy, how it will flow for the needs. And you understood, Sheila, first we will fulfill our psychological needs, then safety, security needs, social needs, esteem needs, and then self-actualization needs. Maslow's need priority model of motivation has gained extensive popularity because it is simple and logical. He says motivation is there. Why? Because there is a need. Person wants to fulfill that need, right? But needs are of various types. So the person will fulfill first a psychological need rather than a self-actualization need, because it is more important to that person. So what they are saying? Where we were, evaluation, no? So, but these are the good sides. So what they are criticizing about this theory? Needs are only determinant of behavior. They are saying that need will only determine the behavior of the person. Right? This is not the right approach. Right? Behavior could be based on the experiences, the expectations, right? So need is not the only determinant of behavior. Theory is simple, logical. It gives a simple explanation about the need, the requirement to fulfill it, the various types of needs, their priority. But this will not be the same hierarchy, right? We saw these are more important needs. But person to person, the priority or the hierarchy of the needs may change. This is a common sense logic that this would be the priority for a normal person in achieving this. But a person of different attitude may have a different hierarchy, while first he may fulfill self-actualization needs, safety needs, and then the psychological needs. So this may not be same for person to person. So that the hierarchy will not be fixed, may not be fixed. And for doing this, for getting into this conclusion, Maslow used a simple sample of some particular people, right? So a sampling theory is always not that accurate because it deals only with that particular environment and that particular sample. So it is not that accurate. And there is no evidence. Evidence means proof that once a need is satisfied, it loses its motivating force. Now what they are saying? Some persons will not aspire after the lower order needs have been set. See, if the psychological needs and the safety security needs are fulfilled, they will say, fine, my needs, basic needs are completed. I am not motivated now to fulfill the other needs, esteem needs or self-actualization needs. So it will depend from person to person. Human behavior is the outcome of several needs acting simultaneously. And the same need will not need the same response in all the individuals, because everyone's attitude, way of thinking, opinion is different and requirements are different. So same need will not be, a particular need will be a priority for a particular individual but will not be a priority for another individual. Despite these limitations, what they are saying, Maslow's theory has a common sense appeal for managers. It is still relevant because needs are important for understanding the behavior. The theory proves a convenient conceptual framework for the study of motivation. It helps to explain interpersonal and intrapersonal differences in the human behavior. Clear Maslow's theory? Shela?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute. I think we should stop now. It is fine. We completed a lot of things today. Up to
Yes,
now
ma'am.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. We'll complete the next in the next lecture. We'll complete
Yes, ma'am.
this topic in the next lecture, and the third lecture we will complete that. First May, there is no lecture. Okay, we are on a leave on 1st May.
Okay, ma'am.
So we have 2 lectures. We'll complete this topic and the last topic which is pending in the upcoming lecture.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.